In 2023, it was awarded the world's best hotel. Let's head over to Taormina to the Four Seasons San Domenico Palace. Look familiar? Yep, this is the hotel featured on the second season of White Lotus. Since then, it's gotten a ton of attention, but yes, it definitely lives up to the hype. Let's start with the history. The building dates back to the 1300s when a wealthy local baron gifted his palace to a group of monks who turned it into a convent. Roughly 400 years later, in the 1700s, a Sicilian prince bought the property, turning it back into a private residence. By the late 1800s, Taormina itself had become a hotspot for wealthy Europeans, young aristocrats on the grand tour, and visitors simply looking for beautiful scenery and fun. Apparently, the town had a reputation back then for being sexually liberal and a bit wild. The prince's family jumped on that bandwagon, turning their home into what would soon become one of the most fashionable hotels in the world. Guests included everyone from England's King Edward VII and Princess Margaret to writers Oscar Wilde and D.H. Lawrence. It's also been a hotbed for Hollywood's leading ladies, including Sophia Loren, Greta Garbo, Ingrid Bergman, Audrey Hepburn, and Elizabeth Taylor. In 2017, the world's most powerful politicians took over when the hotel hosted the G7 summit. Today, the Four Seasons San Domenico Palace is really considered one of the finest hotels in the world. Actually, just last year, it won the prestigious Virtuoso Travel Award for Best Hotel. It's perched on a rugged cliffside overlooking the medieval village of Taormina and the Ionian Sea beyond. Again, it's up in the hill, so it doesn't have a beach, despite what you saw on the show, so don't be disappointed. It does, however, have a stunning pool. We're going to get to that in a second. Architecturally, it's kind of a motley mix. Yes, it was a convent, but before that, it was a palace. So both inside and out, you'll see influences from several periods. Speaking of inside, the vibe is, well, let's just say this place is catnip for history buffs with big bank accounts. I personally love the fact that the owners throughout the years kept the historical integrity intact, including keeping the original cloisters and stone walls. It's literally like you're staying in your own private museum that just happens to be a former palace, complete with art dating back to the 1200s. The bar has a clubby, moody feel, just like you saw on the show. It leads into a fabulous Michelin star restaurant with rich herringbone wood floors and breathtaking sea views. Outside is an intimate, elegant infinity pool surrounded by views that are simply jaw-dropping. The sea, the charming towns dotting neighboring cliffs, and the forever angry Mount Etna, Europe's most active volcano. The cherry on top of this delicious scenery, the hotel's own gardens with flora and fauna in a riot of colors and over 40 types of citrus. Back inside, there's a spa, fitness center, and even a jewelry store with multi-million-dollar pieces, naturally. The decor is elegantly muted, creams and whites with pops of red. The 111 rooms include some that were once the monks' cells, plus suites with terraces and even plunge pools. In short, if you can afford it, the Four Seasons San Domenico Palace is an epic blend of history and timeless elegance.